Hello and welcome to this, the Books Crypto Club weekly catch-up on Zoom. It is Sunday, the 1st of January, 2023. A happy new year to everybody. And let's see what the year brings us crypto-wise. First day of the new year. In these sessions, we talk about crypto, blockchain, DeFi, NFTs, ICOs, STOs, TGEs, any other three-letter acronyms, really. The sessions are open to novices and experts alike. So if you're just getting into crypto, this is a great opportunity to join in, ask questions, come and join us on a future session. If you're somebody who's running a project in some way, come along, join, tell us about the project, what it's doing, what you're hoping to achieve. So with that, let's see who's going to come and join us today. Hey, Danny, hello. Where are you at the moment? Are you somewhere outdoors?
I'm sitting in my garden, Gary. You have a very good New Year, Gary.
It was boring and quiet, which is the way I like them, which is always good. So how about you? Anything exciting?
No, I don't have anything exciting, but I thought I saw your WhatsApp. And I thought, let's join the Zoom for one time.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Well, we get, it really varies in how many people show up to these things. So some weeks we can have kind of like a room of like 10 people type thing. And other weeks it's just one-to-one type thing, which is great, which can be great because you sometimes find that they're actually the good fun ones.
But this is Sunday night and it's a new year, so maybe not lots of people are willing to activate their Zoom.
Yeah, that's fair. For some people it's work, for some people it's pleasure. So I guess that's it. Yeah.
It's pleasure for me, Gary.
So that probably ties in. What's your interest in crypto then?
I have some crypto coins, Gary, and
okay.
I'm very disappointed that it's getting so low.
Well, on a positive note, and this is always it comes with a caveat of not financial advice, taxation advice, legal advice, blah 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 type thing. Yeah. But it's interesting if you look at Bitcoin at the moment. It started the year around about $16,500 roughly, which is about 1/3 of what it started last year. Yeah,
I think it's going to raise again.
Yeah, so if you're a positive person, it means that Bitcoin is currently 3 times cheaper than it was last year.
I know.
So that could be good. But as to what happens with it, whether it goes up, down, sideways, who really knows then? But have you been into crypto for a while?
Yeah, since 2013, I interested in crypto again. I started with mining in 2013 with a friend together, and that was at the time the Bitcoin was below 1,000 euros, and there was a lot of computer capacity needed for getting mining.
Okay.
So we connected our computers together, and we made a few 001 Bitcoin.
Okay. Yeah. And, I guess I was kind of similar. I got interested in kind of, I started taking an interest in 2014, 15, didn't really get into it properly until 2016, 2017. But I think I joined a mining pool for a while, which was a different way of doing it because you didn't have to get your own hardware and set it all up and that. You just connected to a pool and you took advantage of similar capabilities. So yeah, okay, good. Well, that means you've been in this space for more than many other people because you get a lot of people who've just come into this in like 2022. Yeah. So that's kind of good.
And it's now not available anymore to start mining because it's getting so expensive to get some.
Well, this is it because you normally need like dedicated GPUs and all the hardware and that. So, hey, see, we've been joined by Arthur as well. Hey, Arthur.
Sorry?
No, I see we've just been joined by somebody else. I was just saying hello to Arthur, who's just joined.
Hello, Arthur.
I can see he's got his picture up and he's not saying anything yet. Maybe he's got some connection problems as well.
Yeah. So I started, I think in when was it in 2006 or 2007 with
Well,
with the business with the business club from not I forgot his name.
is that Marcus or Thomas?
Thomas, with Thomas, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I started a business club here in Schiedam for Marcus, for Thomas, and
Okay.
he came to Schiedam with his wife and a few of the guys. So that was very nice.
Excellent. So whereabouts are you now? You're in the Netherlands, yeah?
I'm in the Netherlands. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
still in Schiedam, but I've moved now. This year, 2022, we moved to a new house, and I'm sitting now in a garden and a light roof.
Nice. Very good.
And a heating.
That's the important. It's kind of curious because the last one of these I ran before Christmas, one of the guys who was on Sam, he's now in Istanbul, but he's previously from Netherlands. Okay. And one of the other guys who connects in sometimes, who joins us from LA. So sometimes he comes on a little bit later as he wakes up.
Yeah.
And he's from the Netherlands as well. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I like about the groups. I since then I joined all the groups in WhatsApp and in the Google when they you learn about people in other countries, and that's what I think it's very interesting.
Yeah, and that's the thing, that's why I love running sessions like this, because you get to hear about what's going on in other countries. And with things like crypto, you get to hear about like how easy it is to use or how difficult, what the regulations doing, the agencies and that kind of thing. So yeah, but very useful.
Yeah, really.
But I just want to see, Arthur, can you hear us okay? You're going to come off mute and say hi. Arthur's trying to find his mute button. Never mind. Yeah. Well, if he makes it on, great.
I try to find the button, turn my camera around.
Yeah, it's a real pain, isn't it, when you get that and you're thinking, is it this button I press? It, oh, I've disconnected myself, type thing, and it goes wrong. It's just not worth the trouble, is it?
I try not to disconnect myself, Gary.
Yeah. So do you take a particular interest in any particular cryptocurrencies or any projects or anything at the moment?
Oh, I will. No, I just take the low ones because they rise at much more than the big ones, I think.
Okay. So you go for like the altcoins, the smaller cap altcoins, then you mean?
The small coins from €1 or €2.
Okay.
And I try to make them rise up to 10 maybe, and then I sell.
Okay. And does that work as a strategy usually?
Not yet. but I keep trying.
Yeah, but this is
now
what
they're low. Now they're low. It's interesting to do that.
Yeah, but it's a thing. At least you've got an approach of what you're doing.
Yeah,
and at least you can then stick to that for a while. And if it works, do more of it. If it doesn't work, then change it.
True.
And that's great. It's to have at least have a strategy is a good starting place.
Yeah, I had a few advisements of groups. They say, well, join us and you have to pay €1,000, and then we explain how to work with the Bitcoin and how to work with the other coins.
Okay.
Now I know it myself. I have my own strategy.
What you find as well is that there are some groups who offer advice on which coins to buy and when and this kind of thing. And what they do though is that there are actually several groups within the group. So you get like a bronze membership, a silver membership, a gold membership. And what people don't realize is that actually the platinum membership or whatever, which is the really, really high one, is expensive to join, but you get to know everything that's being talked about straight away. And then that cascades down to the gold group who cascade down to silver. So if you're paying for something at like bronze level, it means everything's been milked out and taken out already. And the others above
you when it's going up.
And so it means that the people in silver and the gold and platinum are just making money out of you. So it's like Ponzi scheme type thing.
Yeah, so that's why I don't like that kind of groups.
And I think that's where it can be difficult as well when you're talking to people who are saying, well, you know, where do I get good advice and recommendations now? And a lot of it's about listening and reading about stuff and learning things yourself.
Yeah, that's it.
And work out what makes sense and what doesn't, and then try it yourself, as you say. You know, give things a go.
Yeah, you just have to try it. There's nobody who can look in a glass ball and say it's going that way or it's going that way.
Yep.
So you have to figure it out yourself, and it's nice if you hear that something. There are some rumors, and because if you have in your, the FVC in your wallet, then it's not nice because they're now indicted for skimming. But yeah, you never know what's gonna happen in this idea, in this area.
This is very true. Yeah, you have some friends or visitors?
No, it's my wife and my daughter and son-in-law. So they also come in the garden.
They're saying, "Who are you talking to?" It's like, "I've just come out here to have a cigarette," kind of thing. And now he's talking about this boring crypto thing. That's why you've really gone into the garden. It's not so you can smoke; it's so that you can talk crypto.
I can talk, that's right. But now they all come here.
Okay. You need to get them all into crypto as well, if they're not already.
They don't want it.
Yeah, that's fair. So, are you looking at any particular projects or cryptos for the rest of the year, or are you just taking a general interest?
Not really, just general interest in what's going on, and just have a look every week or every once in a week or twice in a week. Yeah, and then have a look what's going on.
Well, it's interesting. I always find it fascinating this time of year. I was taking a look at Bitcoin earlier on, and as I say, it's around about $16,500, which means it's dropped down. I think that's 300% from the beginning of the previous year.
Yeah,
but that actually also means it provides some interesting potential. So it's on a bit of a run. I don't know if you've been watching it today at all, but it's actually on a bit of a run at the moment. In fact, if I just, or maybe I'll try and pull up a screen. I'll share it as well, because it looks like there's some sort of activity going on at the moment.
Yeah, it's difficult to say that when something is going on. You just look at the numbers and you see them going up and going down, and it's not easy to see those.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because I was looking earlier at think of it, take a look at the half day or the 1 day charts.
Yeah, I see it.
So it's all fairly flat at the moment, but if you drill into it in more detail, taking like 15 minutes, it's got a nice rise on it at the moment. So it'd be interesting to see where it goes.
And that's the nice thing of it. When you look for a month or a year, you see the difference that's going to happen in what. And what program do you use, Gary, for that?
So this I'm just using Binance. It's just convenient to show these kind of things. But yeah, if you look at the broad trend, it's all very, very flat and it's still decreasing a little bit. But within it, there's opportunities definitely. So We'll see anyway. Who really knows?
I'm going to change the environment a little, Gary.
Okay.
I go to my office.
You're going to go indoors now.
Yeah, I go indoors and to my office.
Ja. En ik heb begrepen dat de afgelopen jaren zijn best wel pittig voor mij. Kan je daar iets over vertellen?
In a dark area now.
But now you can't smoke.
I can't smoke now. You're right.
Well, you'll light a match and you'll find out there's fireworks or whatever in there.
Yeah. No, I'm just. It's. Can I? Now I can switch the camera.
Hey,
Yes.
there we
Now
go. You're in business. That's good.
That's better.
Yay, that's much better. We can see you now and you can see me.
And put on some light, then it's okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting that I think as well, 2023, there's going to be even more interest from governments on getting increasingly concerned about risks of crypto, or perceived risks rather. So it's going to be interesting to see what the governments and the regulators and that do.
And I see you work on Binance, Gary. Didn't you get all the fuss it was about that maybe there was a finance getting in trouble with
So I use Binance amongst a number of other crypto exchanges. So I don't work for them or anything, in case anyone thinks that. But I don't leave any cryptos on exchange. So if a crypto exchange went bust tomorrow, it doesn't affect me because I always hold cryptos in self-custody. So I hold them like on a hardware wallet or software wallet, whatever. So it doesn't really matter greatly if one of the exchanges goes under, because as long as you don't hold your coins there, you're fine. And that's been the interesting thing, looking at how many people have struggled. You know, FTX was the obvious one, where FTX is a whole load of legal stuff going on right now. But a load of people lost out there because they left their money on the FTX exchange, which is, you just don't do that. So so hopefully I'm not too affected by things.
No. Are you trusted your own hardware? You trust in your own hardware?
Yeah, and it's interesting as well because I'm doing some work with a couple of crypto custody providers. So what one of them's developing brand new hardware, which is going to be using things like NFC cards within mobile phones as a standalone device. They've also got, I haven't got one handy, but it's kind of like a USB dongle. They've got that as well. So I'm working with a couple of companies around that kind of space anyway. But I firmly believe that if you've got your own crypto keys, then you're only less of a risk of things going wrong. That the possibility is you could make a mistake though, you know, or you could lose things, or you could forget things. And the forgetting things is, again, one of the companies I'm working with has developed a solution for, you know, your seed phrase that you write down when you create a wallet. Yeah. And invariably you put it on a piece of paper and then you lose the piece of paper. So I'm working with a company who are developing the ability to, it's kind of like storing hints to the seed phrase, but they're not hints, they're actually positive, but storing that kind of publicly. So it doesn't matter if people see it. And it means you don't have to worry about losing it and that kind of thing. And doing things like that, and multi-signature wallets and this kind of stuff as well. So
I was looking into Engrave hardware.
Yep.
You know that?
I've heard of it. It's one of many, isn't it? There's a growing number of companies in this space. But is that something you're getting interested in some way?
Yeah, I'm not sure because I have a dedicated telephone for using the crypto, and I download them on my phone.
Okay.
So I have a phone for all the hardware.
Okay.
For all the storage. But I thought maybe it's something like that is more dedicated to the possibilities in storing your coins.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's various ways, and people range from, as I said before, writing the phrases down, or having them physically engraved on a metal tag or something. There's various ways, but the problem with all of them is that if it's something physical, you can lose it. Yeah. Which is always going to be a problem, or you can damage it or whatever. So, a piece of paper, you can set it on fire, you can lose it, whatever. But I find it interesting because people seem to forget, they think the most important thing is the physical crypto wallet. And actually it isn't. You could throw that away. As long as you've got the seed phrase, you can recreate everything. And a lot of people still don't realize that. So I'm working with the team who are developing stuff around seed phrases because that's more fundamental. But yeah, keep an eye out. So I don't know if we're connected on LinkedIn or anything, but I'll be posting some details at some points when we go live, because we're hoping to launch something in the next few weeks. In fact, around providing a crypto wallet capability, but also we're looking a bit further around things like digital inheritance. So what do you do with your crypto, or rather, what does your successor do with your crypto if you die? So if you've got a sizable amount in crypto and then you pass away, then how does the family or the survivors access the crypto? So we're working on something on that, which we're going to be doing a soft launch on it in the next few weeks. Actually, should be interesting.
For my crypto, for all my passwords, I use KeePass. And then you only have to give on your family the password for that KeePass thing, and then they got all the passwords you have anywhere. Okay. So they can always get there. And I also collect my phrases there. So from there on, I can always. And I share that on multiple computers. So okay, I think it's safe.
Well, it's always a problem, isn't it? Because was it LastPass that was hacked recently? LastPass or a similar thing, and they had a breach recently, which means it was only a few weeks ago, in fact. And I think they claim that there was no passwords stolen or no vault stolen, but I'm not so sure about that. I know that I certainly believe they may have taken the source code behind it, so they might be able to look into things. But yeah,
LastPass keeps your passwords in the cloud.
Okay.
And this one is a tool that you downloaded on your computer, and you keep it all local, so you don't share it in the cloud. And that's the easy thing. So you can put it on a USB and then save it, and you put the USB somewhere in any computer, start up the program, and you can read it.
Okay. That's a different way of doing it then. That's good.
That's I think it's safe. I hope it's safe.
The reality is that nothing is 100% safe.
Yeah, I know.
Ultimately, that's the reality. It's a matter of whether it's safe enough for what you need. Now, and I've had this conversation with companies who, that they store the crypto like on an encrypted USB drive in a safe, in a vault, down in a mountain, surrounded by armed guards. They spend loads and loads of money on these kind of things, which is kind of quite funny because if they lose the seed phrase, then a hacker can get in and doesn't need to go through all that security in there. But it is a matter of things being as safe as they can be within reason type thing, definitely. So.
Yeah, this you have to do what you think is safe, and as long as you know how things work and how they how you can store it and keep it safe. That's the way I think the most of the things work.
Yeah. Good.
But what I really still like to know is there a storage somewhere online where you think it's safe to also deposit some coins?
Yeah. So again, the company I'm working with, we're about to go live with a product which provides secure sharded data. So it takes data, it shards it, slices it up and spreads it across multiple servers, and has all of that encrypted as well.
It's a blockchain program or not?
No, well, ultimately it can work with any digital asset. So, it could be a JPEG, an MPEG, anything made of ones and zeros, really. And so what we're going to be doing is having a capability whereby you can put it on top of something like Amazon Web Services, but it provides an extra level of security. So for the commercial stuff, we're looking at working with organizations where you'll be able to totally lock down the desktop. You'll be able to limit the desktop in terms of what apps it can access. You're going to be able to limit access to the desktop through a zero trust network. So it's kind of like VPN, but even better. Then it'll have whitelisted apps on the back, and then it'll have a secured, sharded, encrypted data vault, which is server-based or server hosted or multi-server hosted, certainly, with an ability to have a local vault as well. So all of this is really exciting, and we're going live with some of this stuff soft launch in the next few weeks for exactly as you're describing, the ability to have, it's kind of like having Dropbox or Google,
something like that,
or OneDrive or whatever, but very, very secure and distributed. So I'm looking forward to being able to announce about that when we switch out stealth mode in effect. But be happy to share the details on that with you when we go with it. In fact, what I will do is I'll just dig out my LinkedIn profile and feel free to connect.
Yeah, I'm already connected to you, but I don't work much with LinkedIn.
Okay, fair enough.
No problem. But
but certainly in the next few weeks, I'll stick something on my profile that gives some updated information about that, because it's something that's definitely needed. And there's so many hacks. There was a big hack in Australia a few weeks ago, where there's like all sorts of data lost, and it goes on all the time. I do some work in the insurance industry, and the whole cyber breach, cybersecurity risks, this kind of thing. So it's all about needing to better protect data and better secure it. So interesting. Well, Danny, it looks like nobody else is going to join us today, which is kind of a shame. But as you were saying earlier on, it is just the beginning of the year. So what I was going to do was just close off a little bit early today.
No problem.
Well, thank you very much for taking up the first day of the new year to come on to
the new start. I thought, well, let's join in, Gary.
Exactly, and I wasn't sure whether to run it on the first, but I thought, well, if you're going to start something in the new year, start it right at the beginning. So we'll go with that. But yeah, thanks for coming along. Do come along next week, future weeks, that kind of thing.
I will try, Gary. No problem.
That'll be good, and look forward to speaking to you again.
And I'm very interesting in hearing from others what they think about security and storage and what kind of coins they do. That's important. Yeah. And I also I'm in the other groups now, since you send out another app.
Yeah.
So I'm joined all the other groups also.
This is why it's quite funny. I get messages from people who say, "Can you add me to your group?" I was like, "Which group do you mean?" And they'll say something like, "Oh, the group that you mentioned earlier." It's like, I'm mentioning groups all over the time, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, do come again anyway, and do contribute, join in, and we shall speak again.
Are you the only one who's organizing Zoom sessions about those things? Because the initial way to start with speaking with foreign countries and foreign people, initiated by Thomas and his wife. I think there is a large group of people who know Thomas and who know you, and then they sometimes have good conversations in those WhatsApp groups. Yeah, I think there's more than just the WhatsApp groups. And maybe I'm not so too little in LinkedIn and in Telegram or the other one.
Yeah, Signal's the other one, I guess.
Signal, yeah.
Well, I run various groups as well. I run several WhatsApp groups, several Telegram groups, several meetup groups. And some of them are to do with crypto, some are completely different type thing. And I used to be in a couple of, I think Thomas runs a group on Facebook, which I used to be a member of. But what I found after a while is that it's always the same people with the same agendas and the same interests. And it becomes an echo chamber. And I'm always open to learning new things and new ways, and I'm always open to having conversations with people who disagree with each other, because I think it's through disagreement we learn. But some groups don't like disagreements. I think people get a little bit sensitive, which is a shame, because if it's done right, you can all benefit and learn. So. Yeah, but as far as I know, this is the only regular weekly Zoom group around crypto at the moment, and I'm hoping. I mean, I've been running this for a while now, and I used to run these meetings physically. So we used to actually meet up in a coffee shop each week, and so I took it onto Zoom with COVID restrictions kicking in. So I'm hoping to continue to build this group through the year, really, and we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, because. It's nice to go to meet each other in the face, all right? And but if you're all over the world, it's difficult to come to one place. So
I agree, and I love the fact that on these meetings, you know, I can have people connecting in from Germany, Turkey, Netherlands, Los Angeles, Australia, or India. There's no way you'd be able to do that on a regular basis in the real physical type presence. So I love it for that. So yeah. Anyway, hopefully we can have a catch up again. We'll carry on. Thanks very much for coming along. Have a great day.
Yeah, same to you, Gary.
Cheers. Bye for now. Bye.